Now let us proceed to another good numerical for your JEE main examination. Uh, in your school examination, you normally are asked to find out effective capacitance in series, effective capacitance in parallel, or some combination of series and parallel, and you need to find the effective capacitance. But in competitive exams, you are never asked to find the effective capacitance between 2 points. So look at the problem. A, a 2 microfarad capacitor is charged as shown. This is a 2 microfarad capacitor. When this point is connected to the terminal 1, there is a potential difference V here. So this part of the circuit is complete. This part. Look at my pen. This part of the circuit is complete. So this capacitor will be charged. Right. Then after charging this capacitor, this connection is broken and the point S is shifted to the terminal 2, right? Then this capacitor was initially uncharged, so the charge from the 2 microfarad capacitor will flow to the 8 microfarad capacitor, right? So and we'll see in the process what is the energy loss, percentage of energy loss. So a 2 microfarad capacitor is charged as shown by connecting S with 1. The percentage of its stored energy dissipated after the switch S is turned to the position 2. This is the position 2. After charging it, when S is connected with 2, what is the percentage of energy dissipated? Okay, let us calculate. Now look. When S is connected to 1, this circuit is complete. This circuit is complete. So this capacitor will be charged. We know energy is, symbol is U, half CV square. So the energy of this capacitor when S is connected with 1, UI, I stands for initial energy, half its capacitance, 2 microfarad into V square, this V square. That is equal to 2 cancels, so we have left with V square into 10 to the power minus 6, V square into 10 to the power minus 6 joules, right? Now there will be some charge in the capacitor also, and the charge in the 2 microfarad capacitor is Qi, initial charge, using the formula Q is equal to CV, capacitance 2 microfarad, that is converted to the 10 to the power minus 6 farad. So into V, that comes out to be 2V 10 to the power minus 6 coulomb. So this is the charge in this capacitor and its energy is this many joules. Our I stands for initial. Now S is connected to 2, terminal 2. So the charge flows from 2 microfarad capacitor to 8 microfarad capacitor until a common potential is reached. Why do I say common potential? When you connect this, then this plate and this plate, they are connected together. This negative plate, they are also connected together. Therefore, these two capacitors are in parallel. Initially, there is no charge here. After S is connected to 2, then this will have some charge. So the common potential expression for common potential we had derived in my theory classes. V is equal to C1 V1 plus C2 V2 over C1 plus C2. C1 V1 is the charge in the first capacitor, C2 V2 is the charge in the second capacitor, divided by C1 plus C2. Because these two are in parallel, so the effective is equal to C1 plus C2. And the second capacitor, this one, had no charge. So C2 V2 is equal to 0. So I am left with C1 V1 divided by C1 plus C2. C1, the first one, connected across, when it was individually connected across this, the potential was V. So this is 0 divided by 2 microfarad plus 8 microfarad. So this comes out to be 8 plus 2 is 10. This is 10 microfarad. So this cancels. So 2 by 10, that is equal to 1 by 5 V, that is V by 5 volts. So when S is connected to 2, terminal 2, the common potential is V by 5 volts. Now the effective capacitance is, because these two are in parallel now, when S is connected to 2, because this plate and this plate, they are together along this path, the two positive plates, and the two negative plates, this and this, they are also together. Therefore, these two are in parallel. So now the effective capacitance is 10 microfarad and the potential is V by 5 volts. So now the energy final, half effective capacitance in the potential square using the formula half CV square. So this comes out to be half 10 microfarad converted. So V square by 25. So this cancels with this, I am left with 5. This cancels with this, I am left with 5. So V square by 5 into 10 to the power minus 6, this many joules. Now, so initial energy was equal to V square into 10 to the power minus 6 joules. Final energy is equal to V square by 5 into 10 to the power minus 6 joules. So the percentage loss is final minus initial divided by initial into 100. The final value is this, V square by 5 into 10 to the power minus 6 minus initial value was equal to your V square into 10 to the power minus 6, V square into 10 to the power minus 6 divided by initial into 100. So take 10 to the power minus 6 common from the numerator. So this cancels with this. So V square by 5 minus V square divided by V square into 100. So that comes out to be, so I take LCM here. So V square minus 5 V square by 5. So this V square becomes 1 by V square into 100. So I take V square common from here. So this cancels with this. So 1 minus 5 by 5 into 100. So minus 4 by 5 into 100 cancels with this. So is equal to minus 80. Now what is the meaning of this negative sign? Negative sign only indicates is a loss. Negative sign indicates it is a loss. How do you say? How do you use like this? How do you explain this, that this formula gives you the loss? For example, you have 100 rupees. Due to some reason now you have 80 rupees. So there is a loss. Now, so what is the percentage loss? 80 minus 100 divided by initial into 100. Final minus initial over initial into 100. This cancels. 80 minus 100, that is equal to minus 20. So this negative sign indicates it is a loss. So always use the expression final minus initial, final value minus initial value by initial value into 100. That gives you the percentage value. If you get a negative number, then it is a loss. If you get a positive number, then there is a gain.